All right, yeah, and we have audio. Hey, everyone say something?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right, yeah, and we have audio. Hey,
Is
everyone
John
say
muted?
something?
Hello?
Hello? John should use
Yeah.
ASL.
All right.
Yep.
All right. We're good. Yeah, everyone's audio is coming through. So we're good.
I don't recognize any of those words.
What words?
What John's trying to sign in ASL, which I don't think he knows.
Two
Two.
losers. Too legit to quit. Doot, 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 doot.
Oh!
Hey! Dun, 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 dun. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Oh, man. I haven't listened to that song in a long time. Yeah. Hi, John. Happy New Year. Yeah, I know. Eat. Don't rush on our account. We're good. Yeah, you're
What are you
eating.
eating? A cheesesteak?
I don't know. He's just shoving sandwich in his mouth, which is just fine.
Yeah, it looks like a cheesesteak or something.
There's no need to rush, though.
It's good.
Hi, Rob. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to glance over your arrival here either. Happy New Year, buddy.
Oh no, it's all good.
Um,
Happy New Year.
yeah, looks like we're all up and running. So, yeah, Jason, your sister can now watch it on stream, and
Thank you.
you're welcome. We should be good to go in a moment. Let me find roll 20. That's good. Alright, so everyone get your dices ready, and then we'll recap where we left off. Uh,
I will be back in just a couple of minutes. I think I ate too much grease for dinner.
okay, it's all good. One, two, three, four, five, six, and now a D4. I'll just roll those guys for the time being. Alright, so going to my. Just in case I get any chats here on my stream, which I doubt it, and we're good.
Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Hi, I can hear you.
John.
Good evening and Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome to 2019. Let's make it a great one.
That's the idea. That is the idea.
I'm going to spend most of this time on mute because Olivia's listening or watching Critical Role in the other room.
Oh. Gotcha. We got this up. So I'll just do that. I'll leave that open. And yeah, whenever you guys are ready, I will.
God.
Because I know Jen said she had to step out for a second. Because we're going to be doing something that I put some work into this, and I really hope that it works. And
Skill challenge.
not quite, but kind of.
We're gonna do something completely different.
No, yeah, well, I'll go. I want to wait for her to get back so I can just go over the rules like once.
I gotta say this on my spirit.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
What happened with John? Is he okay?
True love is the greatest thing in the world, except for a mutton, lettuce, and tomato, where the mutton is nice and lean.
Mmm. Good old lean mutton.
Love it. So perky.
Where does one get a mutton sandwich like that?
I'd imagine at any kosher or halal delicatessen.
That would make sense, yes.
No, I didn't think we sold mutton in this country.
What? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can always help.
Just lamb and not mutton, which is the older.
Yep. It's terrible stuff. You can get mutton in any Scottish butcher and stuff sells it.
You have a Scottish butcher?
Well, there's only one left in Kearney, but yeah, there used to be several. Don't be.
Don't be. Well, I told you I like all that kind of food.
Actually, that's not true. They do like meat pies and stuff, and those are amazing.
I do like meat pies. Jen, are you back?
I am back.
All right. So, if you guys are ready, I will recap where we left off last session. If I do recall, 2 weeks ago, you guys got yourselves all set and ready to head down to the mines to investigate the missing Adventurers Guild team and figure out what's going on down there. You did some research and found out that there were reports of issues going on after the miners dug into a new exploratory tunnel and found what appears to be ruins. And from there, stuff started happening. Trey, the leader of the Merchants Rest Adventurers Guild, sent a team down there about a week ago and has not heard from them since. You guys made an impression on Trey, bringing in his former adventuring partner and comrade in arms, Votha, who had gone rogue and literally became a rogue, a bandit. You brought him to justice, and Trey asked you guys to go down there and find out what happened to his team and help resolve the issue at the mines. So, you guys got a cart. You drove it down the road. You ran into an unconscious dwarf miner who was fleeing from the mines, and he told you guys that the dead walk the earth. And then you succinctly, well, he left the cart. I was going to say you guys kind of threw him out. Kind of, sort of. I think half of you guys wanted to throw him out. The other half didn't. And then he kind of didn't want to go back at all anyhow. So he headed back to Merchant's Rest. You guys continued down into the foothills, aptly named the Barrow Hills, and decided to camp out for the evening because, hey, it got dark and late. And as you guys were taking your turns doing watch, Zankus had a shambling corpse sneak up on him, and it turned out it was more than one shambling corpse. And you guys fought some zombies, or I should say,
I made them run away.
Yes, Zankus made them run away. Don immediately went for the cart. Urak said, "Everyone get in the cart," and Sophia turned into an angel. and said, no, we're fighting everything. And here we are, you guys, the three terrestrial guys, the ground-laden fellows, are on the cart, racing southward away from your campsite, while Sophia, in her angelic form, is following not too far behind. As you may see on your screen, things look a little different because I had cleared everything out, because at that point you guys are kind of running away from the fight. So I said, you know what? Let's do kind of like a chase thing. So, because of players' actions in our last session, we are doing a chase. Here are the basic rules that we're going to be playing with this chase. We're going to retain initiative. Each player takes an action. We're going to kind of streamline things to make things quick and hopefully exciting for everybody. An action, as you guys all know, can either be an attack, a movement, a skill, a spell, or a tool or other applicable proficiency that you see fit to the situation. So like John said, kind of like a skill challenge. On any success, results may provide advantage to the next player initiative. So someone does something that kind of makes sense at the moment, they might be able to grant advantage to the next player so they can get a success. On a fail, results will provide me advantage on things I do, or I may grant disadvantage. I don't know if that's kind of granting things, but disadvantage to the next player in initiative because of failed skill attempts and stuff like that. Regarding movement, each space on this particular map is equivalent to 10 feet of terrain, because you guys are kind of rushing down the road on a cart. While on the wagon, there are 4 positions. There's a driver position, which I believe Uruk is currently in, shotgun position, which I believe Don is currently in, and then there are 2 rear positions, which are, I'm thinking in my head that's where Zankus, and if Sophia actually ever comes down from flying around, she might take that position as well. The driver can direct the wagon, move the wagon forward with a speed of 40 feet. You can also dash, which is an 80-foot movement. You can use the draft horse as an attack, which has the hooves attack, and if you guys decide to do that, I will provide you that information what the attack does. You can perform normal melee and spell attacks from the driver position. Ranged attacks will be at a disadvantage because you're driving a horse and a buggy, or horse and cart. Shotgun position can provide the driver assistance, which means grant advantage to them, based on certain actions such as a successful history or maybe a perception or other applicable skill roll. You can perform normal melee, ranged, or spell attacks from the shotgun position. Rear positions are like pure support positions. You guys can provide assistance to everyone on the cart based on successful skill rolls, so you can grant advantage to them. And you guys can attempt to repair the wagon if the wagon takes damage using applicable skill rolls or spells, or perform normal melee, ranged, or spell attacks. If you guys decide to move positions, there will be a dex roll involved because you guys are swapping spots on a cart on a bumpy dirt road. Failed saves will have awkward results happen. What else? Shit. As you can say, I put a lot of time into this. And if any of you guys decide to do something stupid like jump off the wagon, there are things that will happen. Such as
Acrobatics checks.
I'm sorry?
Acrobatics checks.
Yeah. There will be acrobatics checks. There will also be you guys will also enter normal combat encounter, meaning you will be facing off with whatever's roaming around outside beyond the wagon. And in general, when it's my turn, I will be rolling to determine complications that you will encounter while you are running away from the zombies. So here's the success and like win or not win things. Hey, if I manage to somehow destroy the cart, you guys are going to be forced into a regular fight. If you guys reach the end of the map, the chase sequence ends. So you have from where you guys are now to all the way to the bottom to make it there.
Wow.
Yeah. So my whole idea and the thought behind this is teamwork, guys. Decide what you guys want to do. Try to help everybody out, and see if you guys can pass advantage along to move the cart forward as fast and as humanly possible.
Teamwork,
Yeah.
our only weakness.
Are there more than 7 zombies left that we were fighting last week?
Those guys have mostly ran off into the hills. There will be
Sophia had
other
a couple of
challenges.
them to her.
I'm sorry?
Sophia had hit a couple of 2 or 3 of them,
Yes.
and that turned them towards her.
That did, but you guys are racing down on a wagon pretty quickly.
She's in
It's
the-
So
Someone
if those guys show up, they'll show up. The scenario here is you guys, yeah, you may have hit them and turned them around, but you guys are racing down at a rate that's twice as fast as those guys can walk.
Yeah, but 2 of the ones that she hit were in front of the cart.
Okay.
She wasn't in the cart either. She was flying around.
She was flying
Flying
around,
around.
which is why I have her here off the cart flying.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
So for Sophia, she has full range of movement at this point in time, and technically she's in regular combat because she's not on the cart. I assume you're keeping track of your flying. How long you have? Because you have like a minute for that, right?
Yeah, she's on. She has 10 turns for it, and she was on her 3rd.
Okay, so you have 7
The
more
last time.
turns.
Yeah.
So in regards to that, so the passing around of advantage and doing the kind of one action or one movement or whatever it is you guys decide to do on the cart, that's only be to the guys on the cart. If Sophia decides to land on the cart, then you enter into that sequence of events. Otherwise, you're considered regular, normal encounter
Okay.
because you're off the cart. Anyone has any questions about this? I was trying to make this as simple but as exciting as possible.
No, it's cool. Let's do this.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to start at the top of the order with Don.
I am going to assist Urek
Okay, how will you assist Urek?
by being really fucking awesome. Duh.
That's you know what, that's good enough. No, yeah. What are you planning on doing?
Let's use here we go. Let's use insight.
Insight. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you using the insight
what I
to
know
do?
about what I know about road building. Try and give them some direction on the road ahead. Be able to anticipate what's coming.
Using insight or
Yeah.
okay.
Sounds like a good thing to use that for.
I would think more perception, but okay.
Well, no, I mean, what I know about road building, I'm just going to anticipate what's going to come up ahead, even though I can't see it.
Don doesn't
16.
have night vision, correct? Because
He
it
does.
is like middle of the night. He does.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Would my inhibit anybody's night vision?
Your hammer.
No, my
Is it-
mace. I
Your,
don't have a
yeah, your
hammer.
mace.
It's a continual flame, so it's
It's emitting
40
light. Yeah, up to
40
what's the range of it?
40 feet.
40 feet.
It's a torch. It's
Yeah.
essentially a torch.
I'd say it would dim Don's night vision a little bit, but not too terribly. Like how it would normally dim night vision for anyone who has it, but you are technically like right behind the 2 of them, so it won't be like directly in his eyes.
okay.
With a 16, so Don, with a 16, you happen to notice. Hey, where's my thing? Because I had it here. Yeah, that's what
I just want to be clear that I am simultaneously screaming, "We're going the wrong fucking way!"
Oh yeah, no, I'm fully aware that you're just screaming at the top of your lungs. Don happens to notice that on the road, not too far ahead of them, are 6 figures blocking the way. Hold on, let me just put these 6 figures out there. Because roll 20. There we go. There you go. Come on, don't be stupid, roll 20. Allow me to get my 6 figures out here in the middle of the road. Yeah. So, Don happens to notice that about good 40 feet or so ahead of the lot of you are about 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, about 50 feet ahead of you guys are 6 figures that are essentially blocking the road. So, with that information, you relay that information to Urok since your intention was to help him, and you tell him that you see 6 figures ahead of you guys, about 50 to 60 feet ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 50 feet ahead. Anything else? Or you're all set
no,
there, yeah.
No, it's, yeah. All right, turn around. There are a bunch of them right in front of us. Turn around. We're going the wrong way.
All right. All right. So on the DM's turn, I get to do some fun stuff. Where's my thing? Where the hell did I put it? God damn it. I start to play with the dice and then I forget what I put them. Oh, there it is. Alright. So there's 2 things I want to do here. 1. That's a 9. Give me 1 second. Alright. And this group of shambling figures moves up a little bit, because remember, this is each square is 10 feet here in this scenario. Moves up about 20 feet or so up to up the road towards you guys. And that's about it for me. Now, Urok, before you start, I rolled a complication for you. Your path actually takes you near a patch of what seems to be sharp bramble along the road. Something that Don didn't see. He just saw the corpses, or the shambling figures. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, or use up 10 feet of movement, your choice, to avoid the bramble in front of you.
Could I use animal handling instead? Because I'm in the cart.
You are driving the cart, and I will say, yeah, sure. If you can persuade your animal to avoid the the bramble on the road.
Okay, I'm gonna try to steer the horse clear of the way, and probably fail miserably.
Yeah, that didn't do it. Yikes! Your cart takes 10 damage from the bramble that you rolled over. Give me 1 second. I gotta. Oh, come on, thing. Yeah. So yeah, you try to avoid it. You hit it. It gets caught up in the wheels, and the bramble's kind of sharp and starts to scratch away at the underside of the wagon. The horse didn't like it either, too. So you have a choice here. You can. What do you want to do?
Well, at this point, I'm assuming there's not enough room to turn around.
The idea would be for you guys to keep going forward. If you want to turn around, that would be your choice here. But you'll
Okay.
be
You said I can use my full action to go 80 feet, right?
yes, sir.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to skirt around the two on the end and just keep going past them.
Okay. Those guys will take an attack of opportunity on the cart. So let's do that. So you're gonna move the 80 feet, correct?
That's correct.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And where we're driving past them, I'm just gonna tell Don, it's gonna be okay. We just gotta get there and close the cave. Doesn't matter. Sophia will clean up the rest of them.
All right, and I will now attempt to do the. There's two of them are going to pass by, so they're going to take 2 shots at you. So give me 1 sec. Where the hell did I put these fuckers? No, wait, not this guy. This guy. Because I need this guy. There you go.
So, Ray, if I'm just hanging out in the cart and we're rushing past these zombies, can I clobber one with my mace as an attack of opportunity as well? Because I'm just sitting there.
I mean, his turn is next.
Your turn is next, so yes, that would be your action there.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I definitely want to.
Yeah, you can clobber one. So let's go ahead there. That's what I needed. All right. So
Why do we get a bad feeling it's be like 2 natural 20s on them hitting us in a moment?
no, but the horse did get hit by one guy.
Is there a hit point meter for the horse?
Yes. The other zombie attempted to kind of scratch or grab at the horse, and he failed absolutely miserably, and he got trampled by the horse, so he'll take some damage. Every time I have to move Zankus over so I can do damage markings on the cart. What's the zombie? Let's keep
Are we
this
allowed
simple.
to see the health of the cart or no?
I don't have it available to be seen, but I could set that up for you guys. Yeah, well, the thing is, these guys are going to be on top of it, so it's going to be kind of hard to see what's the health in the cart. I will let you guys know what the health is. Right now, you guys are... The cart's at 75%. Because you hit the bramble and one zombie nicked it. So you guys... Oh, it's 75 out of 40.
What's the horse at?
It's all 1 health.
Oh,
I made things way easier, and I said, it's 1 health. We're not worrying about 2 healths here. 1 health.
So then, can I heal the cart with a healing spell? Because if I wanted to heal the horse...
Let's say you can do that, yes. If you want it, because the horse did get nicked by the brambles, so that would affect the overall health of the cart. That is a good argument, and I will allow that.
Thank you.
So whatever you're healing.
Alright, it's my turn.
Yes, sir, actually. Let me just move the turn order.
Will you choose healing or violence?
Yes, which one will you choose?
Well, I can do both, can't I? Because one of my healing spells is a bonus action.
Oh, we...
What?
I'm sorry?
Because one of my, I believe, healing word is a bonus action.
Okay. I will allow bonus actions, because the idea was to kind of simplify things and go and try to keep things moving quickly. But bonus actions, you can take them.
Right.
I will make the judgment call here that if you guys have a bonus action you can take, I won't. You can do it.
Okay.
especially if it makes like a whole lot of sense, like healing the horse. That makes sense.
All right. So as I ride by, I want to hit a zombie.
Oh boy.
Oh no! All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
So we just lost Zangus.
Please don't fall out.
Don't worry. Sophia can pick him up on her way.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm
So
trying to
we can't
decide
do
what I
that.
want to do here. I would say, like, how attached are you with your mace?
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna let it go. That's 50 gold worth of spell that makes it glow.
Okay. In that case,
So I'll hold on.
So you attempted to basically clobber the last zombie that was kind of making a grasp at it. He's the guy that kind of got. He was the zombie that grabbed the horse. Not the one that got trampled, because that guy got trampled. So I will actually move that guy over this way and bring this guy to back. So this guy, you try to go. You just see him and you try to kind of clobber him. And he grabs at you. And let's see. Do I want to be that mean? This is what I'll do. Hold on 1 second. You swing at him, but you completely miss. He tries to grab at you, but he ends up just kind of clawing you. So you'll just take damage, and that's going to be 7 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Fair warning, though, the next time you crit fail, you try to do something, it's going to get worse.
Okay, so then I definitely want to cast Healing Word as my bonus action
Okay.
on myself
Okay.
because I'm only only at 3 hit points now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what? And I want to cast it at. Actually,
At a higher level.
no, I was going to, and then decided not to.
But it looks good. 10 is nice.
Yeah, 10 is
You
nice.
pretty much negated that damage you just took.
I'm still less than half though. But that's
Yeah. And that is Zankus's turn.
Alright.
Sophia, you are way further back, but you're flying. So you are. What's your flying speed?
30 feet.
30 feet. So it's like your regular movement. You are in regular combat. So the rules for the cart and the chase thing are not applying to you at this point in time. So you can move as you want. You can attack as you want. But just please know that these guys, unless they decide to stop the cart and jump out and fight, they're gonna keep moving forward.
Oh no, they're gonna leave me behind, and that's perfectly fine.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Sophia is going to go 10, 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
And then, can she tell if any of them are damaged?
The one in the front row over here, when Orak tried to run by, he tried to grab and he got sucked underneath the wheels. So he's on the ground right now. Let's just say he's on the ground and he looks like he's got tire treads on him. So he's the only one that looks like he's gotten any hurt.
Okay. So she's going to target him.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
And she does an extra 6 damage because of the
Because you have divine, right? Or radiant, right?
extra radiant damage.
So that's So that hits. And that does 12. So, yeah, you smash down on this zombie using your Eldritch Blast, and your Radiant Eldritch Blast has a little, like, kind of golden halo to it. And it kind of smashes this zombie into the ground a bit more, but it's still moving. It's still trying to get up. It's not dead yet. These guys are a bit tougher than he first appeared. Um, do you have any bonus actions you wish to take?
She does.
Okay.
I just gotta find it.
Okay.
Okay. So she is going to cast that. She's going to use. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, I can see within. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
You have to
She
understand.
does think it's at 60 feet.
It's these squares are 10
10
feet each.
So 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Zinkus is just 60 feet away.
Yes, he is.
So she's going to take 2 of her d6s. And heal him. And she was really shitty.
But he has three. But Zankus has 3 more hit points than he had before.
Yeah,
Correct.
thank you. Oh,
And the whole time he's yelling, "You idiot! Stop and kill this shit!"
I'm not driving a cart.
And with that, we go back to the top of the initiative with Don, who is currently in the shotgun position on the cart.
All right, and what kind of shape is the cart in currently? Because it did not actually get healed. It was down about 25%. You said.
Yes.
Horses getting stepped on, beat up, and all that good stuff.
Well, it rolled over some very sharp bramble that scratched up the horse and the cart a bit. One zombie did take a swing at it, and he smacked the horse, so the horse is a bit bruised up. The cart, the wagon, and horse all share the same health, so it's let me move Zankus over. Take a look at that health bar real quick. Yeah, it's about 70. It's at 75%. So
Cool.
it took a nice chunk of damage.
Okie dokie.
I wasn't expecting it to take so much damage so quickly. It's like, oh god.
All right. Yeah, I am going to attempt to assist Yurak and use animal handling to coax the animals to run faster. Come on, guys! Come on! We gotta fucking get the hell out of here! This fucking zombies! You don't want to get eaten by fucking zombies, do you? And that's a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
I mean, it's a natural 2. That's
Yeah,
better than a 1.
Yep, it means nothing terrible happened, but that
No, nothing terrible. But
that did not go as well as one would have hoped.
no.
But yeah. How about I use a bonus healing word on those poor scratched up horses?
Yeah, you can do that.
Level 1. 4. 5 hit points to the horsey.
5 hit points it is. And
Come on, horse.
cart,
You can do it.
yeah, the horses
better.
are they look like they've picked
Getting
up the pace a
strong
little
now.
bit. They look they don't look as terrified as they did a moment ago.
Feeling strong now.
Yep.
Won't be long now.
Nope.
Oh,
And we will
yeah.
now
now it's zombie turn.
zombie turn. So 2 things need to happen. I'd see if I get a complication going. Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be fun. So the the car has run past The zombies here in the front are drawn to Sophia's light as she's flying around. So these three are gonna sort of march forward the 20 feet towards her. The other three in the back are going to try to surround the cart more so than they already surrounded. So they're gonna head this way, and these guys are gonna turn around, and they will. Sophia's in the air, so they can't do anything to her at the moment, but they're drawn to her light, so she's drawing them away. These guys will make attempts at grabbing at the cart. Let's see. Let me get the draft horse up here. That's one guy. And he only does 4 damage on the cart, so it's not too terrible. Let's just see what the other guy does. Oh, it's 4 more damage. And then one last guy. So the last zombie, which is the one that's actually coming up towards the front of the cart, is going to... he's going to try to grab at the cart, and he also does 4 damage on that cart. So yeah, the cart's looking not rough, but almost halfway to rough. Also, there's an additional complication. Apparently, all the zombies shuffling around, moaning, doing their thing, and the shit. Where's that thing I want to do here? Let's go ahead and just do that. Oh boy. So, all this commotion has drawn the attention of a normal denizen of these Barrow Hills. And apparently there's a giant bat now flying in your direction. So, we will... Wait, is that the way I wanted? Descending? Ascending. Nope. Shit, I was getting confused. Descending. So there's now a giant fucking bat flying about. Excuse me, kids. Oh, there was supposed to be music playing. Hold on. I had this all set up too. Shit. Where is the music I want? There it is. If it's too loud, let me adjust it. There. Can you guys still hear the music?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah. There was supposed to be music when we started and it just forgot to turn it on. Anyhow, so there's a big ass bat that's kind of flying in from over the side because it's drawn to all the commotion going on. And it is now... hold on. Uruk's turn. What will Uruk do?
I'm going to try to move that cart another 80 feet.
Alright. 1, 2,
And,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can I roll a perception, make sure there's nothing I'm going to run over?
Yeah, go right ahead. Thankfully, for the time being, the road ahead is clear. Half orcs have dark vision, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's like up to 60 feet.
So with Zankus's attention turned towards the back of the cart, his flaming hammer has not directly affected your night vision or your dark vision. So you have a far clearer look at the road, and yeah, it looks like for the time being everything's clear, but this road is fairly narrow, or 20, 30. Yeah, it's about a good 30, 40 feet across. And so these hills are kind of tightly packed, so anything could pop out, but as of right now, you look good to go. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Not for Rock. He's just going to keep his eyes on the road at that point.
Alright.
See, we're safe now, Don.
We're going to come to Zankus, who is on the back of this cart that is now rushing away from the gang of zombies.
Okay, and what do the hit points of the cart look like?
The cart's looking pretty rough right now. It's almost to bloodied.
Oh,
Your
not
cart
good.
can get bloodied. So the zombies like chipped away some of this, some stuff on the side, and I imagine that the cart may have had a canopy, so it looks maybe a little torn because they kind of grabbed at it and tore it a bit. The horses are a bit spooked, but Uruk's been able to keep them focused enough to keep running.
Alright, so for my action, I'll cast Cure Wounds on the cart?
Okay.
Or the horse or whatever?
Yeah, that'll do. Oop. Go ahead and up its health. So now the cart's kind of looking a little bit more towards the 75% range.
Alright.
Is there an additional bonus action or anything else you wish to do at this point?
1 minute. Nope.
Okay. So that has us come over to Sophia. You are regular combat, so what do you want to do? You have 3 zombies that have been drawn to your light, 3 others that were assaulting the cart that have been left in the dust, and from your right, this giant bat kind of fluttered out from what appears to be a cave in the hillside, drawn by all this commotion, and is clearly coming towards you because you are shining like a lighthouse in the darkness.
The bat can see.
I would say that the probably not that well, but considering how you describe that you are a very bright light, it probably sees some sort of glow. But the bat sight isn't the greatest thing ever. It's just drawn to a glow. It might not know what you are, but
She's gonna back up 20 feet, and she's also gonna lower 10 feet.
okay.
And then she's going to attack the one that she attacked before.
Okay. That
And
zombie.
again, that has the additional 6 radiant damage.
I mean, it doesn't matter. The one you attacked before, it managed to get up and shamble forward with its undead brethren, and you managed to actually blast it into little pieces. So there's zombie gunk all over the road.
And I'm assuming that when the spell hits, it makes a noise,
Oh yeah,
like a loud noise that would attract the bat.
it's kind of like a, good old giblets smashing against wall sound.
That would attract the bat instead of.
I will say. What is the thing I'm looking for? Yeah, the bat's echolocation. Yeah, the bat's echolocation draws it over towards the sound of the splatter.
Okay.
So at this point in time, it's not directly heading to the warm, faint glow that is your angelic form.
Okay. I'm down to 4 turns after this one. So
Okay.
End her turn.
All right. So we are going to. So it is the bat's turn. The creature is currently flying towards where it was. Where the last sound it heard, which was where the zombie kind of exploded all over the place. So I will move it into that direction. What is the bat's speed? Fly 60 feet.
Okay. I was gonna say I think it's 50, but 60.
So it's at 50 feet now. So yeah, it's kind of fluttering around to where it heard something go splat. There, straighten that out there. Yeah, let's make this interesting. Following that noise, it's using its echolocation to really determine what's out there. And it sees a figure. And it takes a shot at it. That does hit. Where the hell's the other dice? God damn it, where do these things go? Oh, there it is. They're like, I have them like right by the box, and they vanish sometimes. So the bat swoops down and takes a bite out of one of the zombies for 4 damage. So it may not necessarily be on your side, but the thing is currently been drawn to the sound of shambling corpses and is taking a swing at them. The bat's flying. How far up is it flying, though? That's a good question. The zombie will make an attempt to grab the bat that tried to bite it. So we'll just do that. That'll do it. So this zombie attempted to grab at the bat. And we're gonna do a quick roll. And that the bat took 6 damage from the zombie's swing. The other zombie is undeterred. Oh, holy fuck. Yeah. That's all he can move. Yeah, it's 20 feet. So he's coming around this way, but he's...
Right.
Well, I'm sorry?
It's the bat's turn, not the zombie's turn.
You're right, my god. What am I doing? You know what? Yeah, sorry about that.
I think that's why John does them all in one group.
Yeah, I know.
That's exactly why John does them all. 'Cause every time I split them up, I mess one of them up at some point.
No, yeah, my bad. You know what? It's Don's turn. You're right. I usually do everything in a group, but since this thing came in late in the initiative.
Right.
So yeah, Don, you are still on the cart. The road ahead
God
looks
damn it,
clear.
Doc, we're leaving. We're leaving Sophia behind. What are you doing? And yeah, I am going to, even though he's not going the direction I would prefer, I'm still going to try to aid him. And I'm going to try and sweet talk the animals again. Maybe this time I'll do a little better.
Okay.
That's not
Yes.
terrible. And then
Much better.
coax a little bit of extra speed out of the dumb beasts.
The horse's natural movement speed is increased by 10 feet. So it now has a regular movement of 50 feet and a dash of 100 feet.
Nice. Yeah, that's all I got for the turn.
Alright. Now it's the zombies' turn. So let's do a couple of things. We're not going to do that one again. And do one other thing here. Alright. The zombies in the back has their attention drawn to the fracas that's happening around them with their undead brethren and that bat, so they're gonna move up because they've quickly lost interest in the cart that has long since left them. The zombie closest to the bat will attempt to swing at it. This guy this time misses. And the other zombie moves up 20 feet, drawn to by Sophia's light. And give me 1 second here. And that's it for the time being. Uruk, thankfully there are no complications this turn. So you have a clear road ahead. What is it that you would like to do?
Sophia obviously isn't coming this way till all those zombies are dead, isn't she?
I don't know. It looks like she's steadfast, willing to literally fight them all.
Well, with Don arguing about leaving her behind, I'm just gonna try to whip the cart around and not go any farther. Just kind of bring it to a stop real quick.
Okay.
Because the zombies are already going the other way.
All right. You go ahead and you manage to stop the cart and whip it around. How the hell did that happen? Hold on.
Oh God!
Yeah, and you
Is this the way
literally
you wanted to go, Don?
you end up pulling a Fast and the Furious like U-turn right there on the road, and you are now heading back in the direction of the zombies. Is there anything else you want to do here?
That's it at this point.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get close to those fuckers.
Zankus, your turn.
What's the card health at?
The cart's pretty good. It's at it's about 75%.
Alright, I'll leave it for that. You know what? I'll cast guidance on Uruk.
Okay. There we go. Is that Uruk or is that the cart? There, there's Uruk. Let's go ahead and
That'll be my turn. So this way he can better direct the card if needed.
I will put a mark on Uruk somehow that looks like guidance. Here we go. That looks like guidance. Just a reminder, I don't think you used it, but you still have Bardic Inspiration, Zankus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you used it up in the last turn, and you still have the mark on you, so...
Alright.
So just remember that for next time.
I
And with that, I guess we'll move on to Sophia, who is in the midst of this zombie jamboree over here.
Sophia is going to move 30 feet this way,
Okay.
and she's going to fire at this one down here.
Okay. You hit this guy.
And she
for-
does the 6 extra raging damage.
Yep. So it gets blasted and it stumbles a bit, but it doesn't fall. It's still walking.
And that's the end of her turn. She has 3 turns of lying left.
Okay. The bat here flutters off away from these zombies and heads towards where it heard the blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, and using its echolocation sees another figure over here. That the noises are definitely far more interesting than the visuals, and it will attempt to swing down and bite at this zombo. That's a hit. And it only does 4 damage as it bites at the zombie. And that's going to pretty much be the bat's turn. We're going to go back to Don, who's still on the cart. The cart is now stopped and been turned around, effectively ending this whole chase sequence, kinda, sorta. What do you want to do, Don? If you get off the cart, you end up in regular combat.
Yep. I'm reading spell description and range.
The music's not too loud, right?
No.
Alright.
Never mind. That will not function the way I had hoped it would.
Same way I'm feeling about this whole chase. Well, this is not going the way I thought it was, but okay, let's play with it.
Sorry, Sophia.
No, it's all right. It's interesting because I was trying to shake things up a bit.
Okay, so yeah. Gonna jump down to 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am going to scream. You ugly, shambling, rotting pile of muck at the zombie here.
The one closest to you.
Yep.
Okay.
Or-
That is a DC 13 wisdom save. I think it has a negative wisdom. Yeah, so it fails. And it takes its damage. What little of the zombie's intelligence in life registered that insult and is deeply hurt.
And that's all I got.
Yeah. We are going to now move on to the zombies. The bat is still within biting range, and it's gonna swing at the bat. That's a 14. That's, I believe, gonna hit the giant bat. Yeah, it does. And it's, oh wow, this zombie walloped the bat with an uppercut, and it hurt him pretty decently. The other zombies are going to attempt to strike at the closest piece of meat next to it, which is this bat. So they're kind of drawn to it because, well, it's within reach. Yeah, the bat's kind of there. Yeah, this bat might not last that much longer. Oh well. God bless you, guest animal bat. Let's see. It's definitely a hit. And instead of doing multiple strikes, I'm just gonna roll once and then multiply that by 3. And that was 2 times 3, 6. So these zombies didn't do a whole lot of damage on the bat. But the bat is definitely bloodied. And that's the end of the zombies' turn. Oh, one last thing. Well, you guys are no longer racing around the cart, so I'm not going to bother making up complications. Let's go to Uruk. You are still sitting on the cart. Your buddy Don did something relatively courageous. Will you stand for that insult?
Maybe. The cart's full movement ends right before the zombies, doesn't it? It's 80, right?
You actually have 100 feet because Don did a thing and he said the horse was nice and it gained an extra 10 feet of movement. So you have 100 feet for the dash.
Okay, I'm gonna roll up right next to Don and start yelling at him to get back on the cart. What are you doing? Don't get off the cart. You're gonna get left behind.
Alright, you roll up next to Don. Anything else?
That's gonna be it. I don't really have any ranged attacks or anything.
Alright. Zankus? Jason, you might be muted.
Yep, sorry. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for one of the zombies with my crossbow.
Okay. That's not a problem.
I'll do this one right here.
You take a shot at it, and you shoot. Your shot goes wide, and you miss the zombie.
Oh. Okay.
They don't have a lot of AC, but they have an AC, and you just didn't hit it.
Yep.
The shot goes wide, and it misses. Anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Sophia, it is now your turn.
Okay. So she's going to move 10, 20, 30.
Yep.
And then she's going to fire at this one.
Okay.
She's trying to not hit the bat, but
Gotcha.
to make a lot of noise around the bat.
Keep them all kind of focused on each other. I see. Wow. Your attack does strike the zombie, and this is a hard blow. The zombie, again, like before,
Also
takes a hard hit. Oh, you know what? That's right. It's doubled, right?
6 radiant extra.
6 radiant extra.
So it's
This
a total
zombie
of
is... Yeah, this zombie's not looking too great. It looks like an arm just fell off. But it's still standing. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. The bat is attempting to fly off and swing around towards towards where he just heard another blast and attempt to strike at that zombie. And it does. And it hits. And yeah, it does enough damage to take him out. So the bat swoops down and gets a good old chunk of the zombie, and it falls apart right then and there. And that's it for the bat. And now it's Don's turn, and I should have done the thing I originally thought, but now it's Don's turn.
Oopsie.
No, it's something. I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's right. I have to write these things down.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna swing back on up into the shotgun position.
Okay. You go ahead and you do that. And you're back on the cart.
Yep. Look at Eric and what the fuck? I'm guessing that taking a position in the cart counts as a turn, so I'm done.
Yeah. We are now back with the zombies. And as before, Sophia's plan to get these guys all facing something else is kind of working, because they are now turned towards the ruckus of their fallen zombie brother, and the bat that is still now back within melee range, and they're just gonna all attempt to zombie the bat like zombies tend to do. And like before, I'm just gonna do one roll for everybody. If they score, wow, that bat's done. The zombies grab him and literally just tear him to shreds. He's out.
Poor bat.
Yeah, it was like they took a chunk of the zombie. It was actually just ripping it up, and before it could take off, the zombies came around and literally just went and like Walking Deaded it and just tore it to pieces. So yeah, they're having a smorgasbord right now. Urak?
Do I still have that 100-foot dash movement?
Yes, you still have the 100-foot dash movement.
Okay. Hold on tight, guys. This might get bumpy. And I'm gonna go the 100 and try to run them all over.
Oh wow, okay.
I am going to make sure that all of my limbs are pulled inside of
the vehicle at all times. Urak literally said, hold on to your butts. Yeah. How do I want to do this? You know what? I'm gonna actually have you do a. Let's do. You're effectively attacking them with the horse. So let's roll a. Let's do it. Let's do an attack roll. It's a D20 plus 6.
Okay.
And remember, you got guidance too, so you can add that to your roll as well.
Crap, I'm sorry. I rolled that twice by accident.
No. We'll take the first roll, which is the 17 plus the 3 is the 20. So yeah, you hit them. You are rushing up to hit them all. We'll just count this as one whole move against the 3 of them, because you're hitting the 3 in the line. And now, let's see. What do we do? Roll 2d6 for damage. 2d6 plus 4. That's a 7. Right. Okay. Not exactly what I was thinking, but you rush up to the zombies and you manage to keep the horse calm and cool and collective enough that you hit them. You run them over, but you didn't do as much damage as you thought you would do. So that's 7 damage. Oh well. Good news, one guy is dead. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Sorry, I want to pull you guys back a little bit. Just make sure I'm doing this right. So you run through the first zombie. He literally explodes into pieces underneath the horse's hooves. The second one, you hit him and you actually knock him off to the side, and he actually falls prone because you knocked him over. So I'll do a find something that looks prone-ish to me. That looks like a guy with back problems. And the other guy, oop, come on. And the other guy gets knocked over too and also falls prone. So these guys will have a moment to get up. Alright, so you're right there. Yeah. Any bonus actions? Anything else at all?
Actually, I'm gonna use my action surge,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see if I can jump off the cart onto the one and try to hit him with my longsword.
Alright, yeah, do an attack roll. Yeah. No, you hit him. You jump off the cart and you drive the sword through its body. However, it's a zombie and it's you should have aimed for the head. So it's still kind of trying to move, but you did some damage to him. Anything else?
That's all I got at this point.
Okay. Zankus?
Yep. All right. So this zombie right here next to me, I guess. This one.
Yep. That relatively fresh looking one. Well, as fresh as a zombie can look.
Yep. So I'll attack him with my mace.
Alright. Let's see if you do better this time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, yeah, you did!
Yes.
Yeah, you clobber him.
Take that! Ah!
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're trying to tenderize a piece of beef. I mean, it takes a lot more than, like, a hit, but yeah, you did something. You hurt him a little bit. Anything else?
No, I'm good for right now.
Okay. Sophia?
Okay, so Urok is on top of this one.
Yes. Urok has left off the cart and driven his sword through this one zombie. The zombie is prone. I should have remembered that, but yeah, the zombie's prone. That's why he has the back aching symbol.
Alright, and this one is prone also.
The other one is prone as well because they got run over and they got pushed off to the side.
Which of the two prone ones look more damaged?
The one by Urok is... I mean, he's on the ground and he's got Urok's sword through its chest, but it's still squiggling around.
Alright, so I'm gonna go send an Eldritch Blast against this one.
Yeah.
Because he's prone, I
You
get
get
advantage.
advantage, yes. Either way, that does it.
Okay. And it does an extra 6 radiant.
6, and that radiant damage, this zombie, like, as the blast hits it, it just disintegrates on the spot.
Okay. And then for her movement, she's going to go 1 to 30 feet. And can she also descend? Because she only has one more turn after this one.
Yeah, you can descend.
So can she just descend so that she's hovering 10 feet above the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we move on to Mr. Kinnison.
Going to yell at people. And be really confused. And directly after that, that's damaged worse, correct?
Yeah, that Urok's literally standing on top of him with his sword to its chest.
Yeah, that's the one that's like just but
It's
still
trying to
alive.
like squiggle its way up, but it can't figure out how to get rid of this sword.
Yep. Okie dokie. I am going to make an attempt at stabbing that fucker.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Yes,
close.
let's see what happens. Yeah, you do it.
I'm stabbing for the head. Ah!
Yeah, you do stab it, kind of in the head, but like clearly you missed the brain. Like you went to the eye, and then like no, the brainstem was like an inch to the left. It's still squiggling around.
God damn it! All right, so
Yeah.
it's a shish kebab. We're pinning it to the ground.
Yeah, it's pinned.
Yeah, I add my weight to Rex, so we're just pinning this fucking thing to the ground. Kill! Shoot her! Shoot her! And I'm done.
Yeah, that guy is, that one is pinned. I'm not even gonna try to just describe how it tries to get up. It's pinned. You guys got it pinned. It's barely alive. This guy is, still here. And it's gonna turn and try to grab at Zankus, who's hanging out of the cart, or is in the cart, but just within its grasp. And it will attempt to grab our... Oh no, wow. It made for a grab, but it tries to like grab at Zankus, and instead it just kind of grabs at like the wheel of the cart and just goes fine and just starts to try to gnaw at the wheel, but nothing happens. It's just it's a zombie that's kind of been broken. Yeah. So it's just there trying to gnaw at the wheel, and it's just like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm good. So we're gonna go ahead and move to Uruk.
So Urok's gonna put his boot on its head and try to smush it.
Let's do an unarmed attack. Just roll a d20.
Okay, just
Was it
On,
d20
what,
plus your
strength?
strength? Yeah. Yeah, plus whatever your strength modifier would have been. That's more than enough. Let's just... I'm not even gonna have you roll damage. You just crush its head. It's done. That guy's done. Anything else?
that's probably it. Except for pull my sword out of the ground.
Yeah. Then we're gonna move over to Zankus.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the same one who tried to eat me with my mace again.
Oh man.
Yes.
Very nice.
What's that?
Yeah, you swing around and you clobber it pretty solidly. It's still standing, but it's a bit of a bloody mess right now. It's not doing too well. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Your flaming mace, it doesn't do anything else extra. It just glows, right?
Yeah, it just lights up. That's all it is.
Okay. Sophia, I think it's your turn to play cleanup.
Yeah, she's gonna attack the one that Zinkus just attacked.
Yeah. That does it. Well, almost. It takes a big... Oh, that's right. You get the +6 to your thing. So that does it, yeah. It's dead. It gets blasted and chunks spatter everywhere.
And with that, Sophia lands and her wings kind of merge into her body again. Her eyes stop glowing. And she goes, "Now, was that so hard, guys? Seriously.
Yes.
Oh, we need to kill it."
Yes.
Yeah, you...
They almost killed me.
They almost killed the horses.
Yeah.
Also, me. Look. Do you see this? This cut right here? Look. It's scratched me. I could not... Oh, I've heard this tale from the... I know how this works. No. Next time, let's just run away, right? We'll run away. And then we'll come back when the sun is up, and they can't sneak up on us.
Wait,
Well,
you can't see in the dark?
die.
They can't sneak up that hard.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
can,
can't
but
sneak
not
up.
that well. And obviously, Zankus can't.
I can. I just missed them that time.
I'm gonna get back into the cart. So what are we doing now then?
Going back to where we were going?
Why don't we rest?
It is the middle
With
of
all
the
the
night.
zombies around?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start heading back north a little bit on the cart.
Well, Sophia's gonna get on the cart before you start moving.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I'd
now
hope, 'cause
you
I'm
want to
not
get on
turning
the cart?
yet.
There's no zombies around now.
I think it's backwards.
All right. So what are you guys doing? What do you guys want to do?
I lay
You have an
down in the
option.
back of the cart.
Yeah, I want to see if I can rest with Don.
Okay.
Sophie attempt to use medicine to heal Don's cut.
Hey, I get to be Little Spoon.
Wait, what? No, what? No, don't spoon me at all.
Yeah, it's good enough to bandage up a scratch. Because I think that's all that Don's got is just a scratch.
Happy now, baby?
Actually, how much am I down? I am down. I'm down 6 points. That's fairly significant for me. It's almost a quarter of my hit points.
It's just a flesh wound. It's okay.
It's bandage. It's fine.
Yeah, Don gets 2 HP back from the Band-Aid. It's like, oh, you know what? It might be a placebo effect, but I'm feeling better now. So yeah, what direction you guys want to go? You want to head back to your campsite? There's no guarantee that all those zombies hadn't managed to turn back around and go back in the direction they were following, or you guys can head back up the road back to Merchant's Rest, or try to go further down towards Guild's Mine and see if maybe there's a better place for you guys to camp out. Your choice.
I'd vote for going south.
Yeah, let's go south.
North south. So
What? We can't go north south. That's like west or something.
Okay, I know I'm not the smartest person in this group, but I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, we're going south.
Good, there's more evil to kill.
Yes.
I don't think that's a good idea right now.
It's
Maybe
the last
after
time I'm turning the cart around then.
Maybe everybody gets a good night's sleep. We can
We had
heal
a good
heal up a
Mortify
little
the
bit,
cart?
rest some, and then
We're already up as it is, Don. We already had some rest. Let's just get this out of the way.
I don't know about you, but like I mean, I threw around some magic energy. I think these guys did. You just hit things. Yeah. So those of us who commune with the gods, or who channel and harness the very powers of creation to focus our will and manifest it into reality and transform the world around us. Sometimes we need a little nap afterward.
Yeah, take the nap. I'm the one driving.
Alright, I need to sleep in the back of the cart now.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, me 3.
I'm gonna kind of plop down next to Zankus and put my head in his lap and be like, "You make a good pillow."
I'm Little Spoon.
I'm about the size of a pillow.
Cuddle puddle.
Yay!
How easily does this cart detach?
Nothing like this since my 16th birthday.
I mean, it's just a hitch. Just pull it and
Oh,
it's pretty much done. So you guys decide to head back towards Guild's Mine then, to continue your journey south.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, till we find a nice little place to stop.
Okay.
Hopefully.
And you do. You travel. You begin heading down the road, traveling in the dark, only aided by the light of the moon, of the waning moon. But you're.
Mace.
I'm sorry.
And think it's his mace.
I assumed you guys decided to
No,
all cuddle
would've-
puddle together and pass out.
Yeah,
I
you
put the
guys are
sack over-
sleeping.
You guys,
I'm-
yeah.
I
I thought you guys were
dark-
sleeping.
I'm using him as a pillow. He's not wearing his mace.
Yeah, but I put the sack over the head of the mace so it doesn't, it's not glowing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I do when I go to sleep.
So,
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
aided by the waning moon and the and his own dark vision, Uruk rides down the road for about another hour and just finds a quiet, more well. I don't want to say the word fortified, a far more well defensible spot to pull up for the night. You unhitch the horses and you pretty much climb into the cart and pass out with everyone else. And nothing happens till morning. The sun comes up over the horizon, and you guys wake up to a fairly beautiful morning.
Is that a full rest?
Yeah. Well, I'll give you guys a full rest. I'm not gonna fuck with you too much.
Oh, thank you.
Sophia gives a big sigh and says, "It feels good to feel my husband's wings again."
I feel bad. Wait, what?
What? What?
Oh,
You all
that travel
are
map.
weird.
Sorry, I put music on everything now because I figured out how to do that.
No, that's cool.
Which one is this one called Adventure?
You
Oh,
got both running.
Also,
no, I stopped the first one, but I'm just adjusting the volume because to me it's loud. Yeah. All right. So, you guys should be on the map. This little fireplace icon that you might see here on the road that I'm going to ping at is where you guys had camped. You guys ended up camping a little further down the road from there. So, you are halfway kind of through the Barrow Hills at this point. And you have about another good day's worth of travel left to go. So what do you guys decide to do? What are you guys talking about? What's happening on the road as you head towards Guild's Mine?
Sophia is making some coffee. And she's trying to make some coffee before we go.
Okay, so
I want
Sophia,
to bring Lyra.
Sophia, well, when we all run away, you should run with us.
Okay, that's totally not gonna ever happen when we're facing anything that's evil, like undead.
We'll come back. They'll still be there.
No, not necessarily.
Stankus went to all that trouble of making them run away.
Mm-hmm. And that's when we should have just sat there and picked them off before they got back. Do you know anything about Asmir?
Ray,
You know
do I
what?
anything about Asmir?
Do you want to roll for it? What's...
She doesn't really care. She's just ranting. Do you know what it's like to hear this voice in your head constantly telling you about what's evil and how evil needs to be purged from the world and how no good can ever come of having evil in the world and we need to get rid of it and
You
we
know
just have to
nothing,
destroy it?
Jon Snow.
Mm,
Do you know
No.
how annoying that freaking is?
that
No, I am not going to sit by and let anything, because God only knows what the heck. No. And my husband would be very angry if I let evil roam the earth without trying to fight it.
Well, no, we can come back. Well, when it's more advantageous.
You don't run away from evil.
Oh,
because
no.
running away from evil just gives it more power.
You're not running away.
No,
You're
they ran away from us.
that too.
I didn't run away from you guys. You guys ran away from me.
No, the zombies ran away from us.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you pick them up before they run and get help.
Oh, wait,
They're zombies. They're not getting help.
yeah, they don't get help.
They're just.
And how do you know that the zombies aren't going to run away, find another group of zombies, and be like, "Grr, follow me," and
It's not the
take
way
back
it
20
works.
other zombies? How do you know that? You don't know that. You do not know what goes through a zombie's mind.
Nothing goes through a zombie's mind. It's
Well, I mean,
literally an
whatever.
animated corpse.
Well, it obviously has some thought process. because
Not
it
a
knows
whole
not
lot
to
goes through.
attack.
Oh, I'm pretty sure all that goes through their brains is.
Yes, and how do you know that if a zombie doesn't meet another zombie or a group of other zombies and go, "Ugh," that the other zombies aren't going to go, "Ugh," and then they're going to go "Ugh," and come after us? No, that's
So
evil in the world.
No, no, because when something goes through a zombie's brain, that's when they stop being zombies and start being corpses again. That's
No.
how you put something through its brain, stops being a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
plus, Sophia, the real evil is whatever made him in that hole they dug up.
Yeah.
Yes, well, they're still
not coming
evil.
Yeah. So here's
And
the deal.
I'm gonna walk away from that conversation and hitch the horse.
If we die or if we get wounded with these little tiny things, we might not be able to go stop the big thing and take its gold, but mostly stop the big evil thing. And also take its gold, but stop the big evil thing that's making the zombies. So our priority,
Okay, we still need to kill the zombies, though.
but
No,
first,
Because how do you know that if we don't kill those zombies aren't gonna go "Roar" up into the town and "Roar" and turn the town into zombies?
because they were really slow.
Yes.
Yes, and
It's not the way it works.
And we left 7 of them up there.
They were
Heading
really
up that way.
they're really slow, and the people in the town have a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
And we sent the dwarf back for the warning.
How do you know that they're not going to attack that dwarf? Because that dwarf was not in very good shape when we left him.
He's a dwarf.
When we left him.
Okay? And how do you know that those zombies aren't going to find some little child and the child's going to be like, hee 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 hee, and zombies go, "Roar," and hee hee hee, roar.
I'm
Because
gonna
there were
start
no
packing up
kids,
camp.
and you know, how do you know that they're not just gonna?
Wait!
How do you know that they're not just gonna, step in a hole and disappear and vanish forever?
Because
A dragon could come by and eat them.
Yes. But once
no,
you kill
dragons
the
don't
people,
find them.
the zombies go away.
Or I mean, the giant bats from around here. It seems.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
the fuck
that's
was that
what-
thing? Was that a bat? It looked like a bat, right?
It was
It was a beautiful creature, and it helped us. All we had to do was make sure that we made enough noise away from us.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that would have ate Don.
Possibly.
Definitely
I'm very
would if
delicious.
I remembered to do that.
I am absolutely delicious.
How do we know you're delicious? I don't want to know.
I mean, there's one way to find out.
There is one way to find out.
Oh, we're gonna roast Don over an open fire?
No.
God, what are we,
Okay.
savages? I'm gonna start packing up the camp.
So never mind.
Coffee! Wait! She's gonna take it and
Drink your to-go
pour
cup.
it into several to-go cups and carry them all like huddled next to her. Okay,
I get one of those. I need some coffee. Some
Here's the
egg.
deal, though. Like, once we... Yeah. So, our priority,
undead all need to die. That is the
Eventually.
priority,
yes,
as far as I'm concerned.
our
All
priority
undead
should be
that I
to
come
stop
across
them from being
die.
made and to take the gold from the body by making them, but to stop them from being made and
Okay,
created.
if you want their gold so well, why don't you
Don's-
stick your hands in their freaking corpses and see if they were carrying any?
Ew.
Exactly.
Well, Don's sort of right, Sophia. Back with the army, we always had to kill the head before they'd send us to clean up for the little ones. Because no matter how many little ones you kill, the big guy always made more somehow.
All right.
Yeah, kill the
I'm
necromancer.
not going to run away from any of them. We need to kill them as we're heading to the big gate.
Okay, then ride shotgun and throw those. I don't even know what that is you throw. Your magic.
Isn't it pretty?
That's one word for it.
I think it
Base
makes
melting's another
lovely
one.
things happen. Wait, what?
Nothing.
Okay,
Let's
everyone
go.
on the cart.
You don't like my Eldritch Blast?
Not that. No.
Well, those other people don't like it.
I think it looks really pretty when it is fired. And it's always inconceivable.
If everybody's on the cart, I'm gonna get it moving.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of
Kind
here.
of let the conversation fade to silence.
Yeah.
Sophia's sitting next to Rock in the front, or petting her little pseudo dragon. You understand me, don't you, precious?
So, you guys break your makeshift last second ditched camp here and head back out into the road. And you continue traveling south towards Guild's Mine for a couple hours. It's eerily quiet, almost too quiet on the road. As you keep heading down south.
I want to make the sounds of birds as we travel.
Okay.
It's quiet. Almost too quiet.
Yeah, kinda.
Turn up the sun, Don.
Birds chirping.
Perception for any zombies or any giant fucking bats.
I'm sorry, what was that? You broke up a bit.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was gonna ask if I can roll perception to keep an eye out for zombies or any other giant freaking creatures.
Sure, you can do that.
Oh yeah, no, everything's good.
No, the road's clear up ahead. It's a beautiful day. It's clear skies. There's a light wind blowing. In fact, it's a bit, for clear skies. It's a tad bit windy here in the hills. You guys head down south for a couple hours. Not seeing anything until you guys cross by a small bend in the road, and you notice that there is what looks to be a wagon, a cart, abandoned on the side there, by the side of the road.
Oh, let's
Hey,
go
look,
look
there's
at that.
something else that we should avoid.
Let's go look at it.
It
It might be
You're-
people that need our help.
Yeah, they need our help. We should help them.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
gonna
that-
stop the cart like 20 feet early.
Okay.
I got a feeling that cart was the source of those zombies.
What makes you think that?
Just call it a hunch.
They look too old. Didn't they look all rotted?
Most of them, not
Yeah.
all of them.
Well, most of them. They look too old. Let's go look.
Yeah, go take a look, Sophia.
Okay, Sophia's gonna get out of the cart and walk over.
Okay.
I'll jump down and accompany her.
Okay.
Actually,
Make sure not sneak up on us, Don.
actually, Sophia wants to ask her to go. Hey, Precious, can you go and look over and see what's in that cart for me, please?
Oh, it's a good
No dragon fly over.
It's a pseudo dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me just do myself a favor and grab the actual physical monster manual and find the pseudo dragon in here instead of typing it up and figuring out, is this link correct? Is this correct? Give me a second. Pseudo dragon. What's your thing? 54.
Do you want his stats?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Da, 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 does the dragon talk to you?
He can talk to me in my head,
But you
Okay.
can see through its
and
eyes.
I can see what he sees up to 100 feet.
Okay.
She can look through
Um.
eyes, but doing so, she can no longer see what's actually in. She can no longer see or hear what's going on
Right.
Okay,
around
so
her actual body.
you basically swap senses with the dragon.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Um. You and you sent him to fly around the cart.
Yeah, to fly around and look around what's in there.
The
Telling him to be very careful while he was doing it.
yeah. The you don't see anything. How should I put it? The cart appears to be abandoned for no apparently good reason, and doesn't look like there's anything immediately valuable present or apparent to the cart. Uh, at least from his vantage point, circling around. In your head, you hear him go, "Mama, I see nothing." Um, I'm assuming that's what he sounds like. If it's not, I'm sorry. Also, I don't know
It
why he
is
says
now.
"mama," but I figured he would. Um. So yeah, the pseudo dragon doesn't see anything that seems to indicate what happened to the car other than it's abandoned.
Can I ask him via the telepathic communication? Can I ask him? Does it look like there's anybody alive around there?
No, I don't see anything, Mama.
Okay. Okay. Come back and be safe.
Okay. And he fly backs towards you and happily lands in front of you and then like rears his head up looking to get like scritches on his chin.
Yeah, I give him cuddles and lovin's, and
Good.
then I turn to Uraka. I say, "Okay, there's nothing there, and there's no life signs, so let's go."
I'm gonna slowly pull the cart up by it.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're gonna go right past it.
If you guys want to, if you want to take a second look, it's up to you.
I don't like it. Let's just go.
All right, I'll get back in. I'll get back in the cart.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
if Precious tells me that there's nothing valuable or alive there, then I'm not gonna doubt it.
All right. You guys continue heading south past the wrecked cart, and you continue down through the hills. It's been a super quiet day, and eventually you come to a point where the hills get smaller and smaller, and you've reached the edge of the Barrow Hills and come to a far more arid area. And just in the distance, you're just past midday. You see Guild's Mine, or at least you think it's Guild's Mine, but there's a lot of plumes of smoke kind of coming up from all over town.
Well, this doesn't look good.
Wait, does it look like cook fires, like fires coming that would normally be coming from a town or a city, or does it look like that it's a city on fire?
It
That's a good
looks like
question.
a city that's it's had some fires happen to it.
Okie dokie.
Quite possibly
Alright.
fires that are still burning and or fires that are smoldering and issuing black smoke.
Cool. Okay, that doesn't look so good.
Yeah, I know. We should help them.
We need to scout that out first.
I'm gonna ask Uraka to get a little bit closer so that Precious can go in and be stealthy and look around a little bit.
I'm gonna. Is there anywhere to like park the cart a distance out where it can kind of get like hidden?
It's actually quite open out here. It's like an arid plains. So it's kind of like you're coming out of the hills. You kind of start going down an incline or a decline actually, going into like a flatland area that's kind of very dust bowlish is the easiest way to describe it. And towards going a couple miles in, I mean, you could see it from your distance. You can see the town, you can see the plumes of smoke, and just behind are the mountains where the mines are actually located. And but it doesn't look like there's any place that you can like stash the cart that's not out in the open.
I'm just gonna keep going down the road slowly till we get halfway close. Then
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my eyes open for like a building we can like shove the cart into.
There really isn't anything out here. I mean, other than you spot from
Well, I mean, like when we get closer to the city. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well, on your way into the city, you see debris scattered around. Stuff like maybe satchels here or there that may have been left behind. Um, Occasionally, you see miners' tools kind of scattered off to the side of the road. It looks like people kind of literally ran to the hills. You see every so often what looks like the remnants of a cart that's just been smashed to pieces or at least torn apart as you get closer and closer to Guild's mine. And the closer you get, the more apparent it is that like part of the town was either burnt down or is burning down, and things are not looking good. It's a very grim sight.
Great.
Is this close enough, Sophia?
Precious, is it? Do you think that you can go and look around and be very, very careful and very stealthy?
Yeah, Mama, I can.
Thank you.
Yeah, Precious takes off and starts flying towards the town. And you guys are still not a good. I mean, you're still a little ways off, but a few minutes later, after taking flight, you begin to see through Precious's eyes, and the sight from above is much worse than what you guys see. It looks like a good chunk of the outer edges of Guild's mine has been burnt down or destroyed in what looks like an attempt to stop something from coming into the center of town. The center of town, funny enough, it looks well protected. I mean, it looks fine, almost perfectly fine, as if the destruction surrounding the center of town is absolutely totally negated there at the center of town. You do not, Precious doesn't see any movement, at least from his vantage point up in the sky at this point. At least nothing that is drawing his attention.
Seeing Sophia get that blank look on her face, I reach into my pouch and pull a little piece of copper, and I cast message at the dragon. So, Sophia, what do you see?
And I'm gonna tell him what I see. It's
That's
gonna come out
hilarious.
Kind of monotone. It looks like the edge of town was burned to keep something out or in. The center of town looks unharmed, undamaged. Things look good. Precious, come back. Be careful.
Precious says, "Yeah, Mom," and flies back. And a few minutes later, Precious is flying back towards the cart and flies back in and lands right by you.
And I praise Precious. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Give him a little scrap of meat from my
Yeah, and Precious is quite happy with it. You guys are still like at this point. It's getting closer to dusk. Because it's taken like a few hours to get to where you are now, and it might be another hour or so before you get to town itself. But it's clear in the, it's clear on the horizon, and you can see all the smoke and everything like that. The
We
close.
should probably stop here, guys, and rest for the night.
I don't know. Do you think it's defensible? You have better eye for it than me.
I mean, we can see in all directions. I mean, Zyka should be able to see anything at that point.
Yeah.
Are we better off in like a defensible place, or are we better off like in some place just flat?
Yeah, I don't know if I would feel comfortable someplace just flat.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that like it's not
Closed.
these things try and they just walk straight. It's not like they're trying to hide on their way or nothing.
As you guys are attempting to decide what to do, coming apparently from the direction of Guild's Mine, you see a winged figure flying in from the town. First glance, it just looks like a shadow flying through the sky because it is getting towards dusk. And then it kind of swings around, and almost kind of like what Precious was doing, it's circling by you guys, kind of eyeing you, and it
I see
looks.
another one of those bats. Maybe we should go get undercover somewhere.
It's not a bat.
Yeah.
It's a big ass owl.
I think you might be right, Don.
All right. I reach back into my pouch and I rub that piece of copper wire again.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of whisper, I had to phone you just to talk to you. And cast message and say to the owl, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? Who the fuck are you?
I'd fucking ask you the same question myself. Who are you guys?
Oh shit! Okay, and I turn to my companions. So that's a person.
You sure? Kind of looks like an owl.
Yeah, that's a person.
I want to start making normal owl sounds at the giant owl.
That's a
And
person. I start waving. Come here.
the giant owl is like, it starts to kind of like it dips its wings as it's circling around you guys. Because I assumed you guys had kind of slowed down to a stop at this point.
Yeah, we said we stopped when we got
Yeah.
close enough for
Very precious just now.
Sayer.
Yeah. So this owl's kind of like dipping its wings, and are you still trying to talk to it in owl? And I'm talking to Zankus because he's.
Oh, I was just trying to, make normal owl sounds like, hello, come here, whatever.
I was trying to wave it in.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to yeah.
How? So you would understand like animals talking to you? It's like beast speech.
Basic, very basic stuff.
Kind of.
Let me see if I can. It's very basic.
The owl flies close enough down to you guys where you can clearly hear its screeching or the sound it makes, and you pick up something along the lines of, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Basically, it's a little bit more than just basic. It's clearly speaking an understandable, logical, full language to you.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Uh, yeah, it's definitely magical. Let's see. You said it's magic. Blah blah blah. Invisible creature. The school of magic. It's druidic.
Okay. I I want to pull my hood up over my head and tuck Precious in under my hair.
Uh, the owl takes a at the side of you. When are you out of the cart when you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you do that, the owl takes a big, like almost like a stuttering flap at the side of you, and then it slowly descends to the ground and lands. And as it lands, it changes shape into like a 5'8" 5'9" tall, fairly handsome man who slowly walks towards you guys with his hands out and goes, "Who the fuck are you guys? What are you doing here? Are you here to help?"
So the owl asks who. All right. You should have anticipated that.
I turn to him and I say, "The Adventurers Guild sent us to."
Trey finally sent someone. We've been trying to send work all week to get more people out here. Holy shit! He
Are you
finally got
from the
word.
party?
I'm
Are you
sorry.
from the party he sent last week?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm Hewless. Hewless Stendhal.
Sophia.
And he reaches his hand out to shake your hand.
I want to jump off the cart and extend my hand.
Hey, holy crap! He sent a whole team. Oh, you have no idea how bad it is. It's and Hewless for a second stumbles and then catches himself. I'm like, I am spent. It's taken
So,
everything I have to keep what's left of the town from being destroyed.
You sent for help. Did it happen? Was that a dwarf? Probably would have left a couple of days ago, headed north.
Nah,
Is that who you sent?
we sent a runner out, some kid, but we thought,
He never made it.
oh, that sucks. Yeah, a lot of people when everything started going south here about a week ago, a lot of people left. They ran out as fast as they can. I mean, take a look at the mess around you. People were stumbling all over themselves to get the hell out of town. It's weird because they should have gotten back to Merchant's Rest in 2 days.
We only found one dwarf on the whole way here.
Plenty of zombies, though.
So
Yeah, there were zombies.
all right, let's get
No.
let's get down to business. What are we talking about here? Is this like your standard Code Moria? They dug too deep, awakened something that shouldn't have been awakened, and
Hewless is not paying you any mind on. The second you said that there's a bunch of zombies, Hewless just looks horrified, and he almost begins to kind of stumble to his knees, and he picks himself up and he goes, "Let's get you guys into town. Let's get you behind the shield."
Everybody on the cart.
All right, I jump back up in the cart.
Hewless kind of stretches his arms out and he just kind of flaps once, twice, and then he just turns back into the owl and he basically kind of leads you, like, he basically insinuates that you follow him in.
Sophia's gonna get back on the cart.
Yeah, and you guys follow Hewless back to town, and let's go ahead and get you to town. Where's the thing? There it is. Kills mine. There we go. Alright. So, welcome to Guildsmine. So, Hewless leads you guys towards town via this road up here. Just to Where's my draw shape? So, just to show you, like, this area that kind of outlined in green, and I'll change it colors later, and this area over here, any area that I'm pretty much outlining in green is in ruins. It's all burnt up, absolutely wrecked. However, the center of town looks pretty pristine. And as Hewless, as you follow Hewless in, let's do perception checks.
I'm great at those.
Yay. I suck at perception.
It seems like everyone does.
Can
Mostly.
I make mine with precious?
Hell yeah.
If you want, sure. If you switch it over to Precious's vision, I'll let you roll that.
Okay. She has a +3 to perception, so or he has a +3.
D20 plus 3.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I gotta run the bathroom.
Alright. Don, Zankus, and Sophia,
Nice.
as you reach the edge of town, beyond the destruction that you see, and you head towards the part that looks like it's untouched, you notice that there's almost like a silvery shimmer in the air. It's barely perceptible, but with your rolls, you guys definitely see it. Or through Precious's eyes, you can much more clearly see this silvery shimmer, almost like a dome, surrounding the center of town. Is there any way to change this to a circle?
You should hold Alt down.
Alt?
Hold Alt for circle or eclipse. Hold Shift to snap to grid.
Is Sophia's detect magic still up?
How long does detect magic last?
10 minutes.
No, it would have.
Okay.
It would have passed by this point.
All right. As Sophia shows me the silver barrier, Sophia wants to cast it again.
Okay. And you do. It is. The barrier is a very powerful, very old magic. So old that there might not be a school attached to it, necessarily. It's... Yeah. It's definitely a protective barrier. At least from what you can tell from your detect magic. But the actual school of magic, yeah, you can't put your finger on it.
Okay.
There is a bit of a druidic element to it, but it's not the core of the magic. It might be what's feeding this spell, but it's not where the power of the spell is coming from.
Okay.
So as you guys get closer to where you've noticed that this barrier is being, Hewless comes down and lands ahead of you guys and transforms into his half-elf form. And he does several motions with his hands, and you can barely hear him mumble. And for a moment, there's like almost that shimmer almost stops right in front of you. And then he motions to you, hurry, I can't keep it open for much longer. And he just motions you guys to basically head in and you head into the barrier.
I look
And-
over at Sophia, who cast the, who I just saw cast the spell. I assume it was magic. Good.
It's old. It's old magic.
Is it
It's
kind
not
of old? Okay. All right. I follow him in.
And I'm gonna follow in right behind him.
I mean, you guys are still on the cart. I assumed you guys are staying on the cart. Because, you guys head through the barrier, and
Yeah,
you're
that's a
in
valid
the...
point.
You guys are in the center of town. And Hewless points over to a building on the side. Let's say it's right over around here where I'm pinging. And he goes, "You can store your your horse and wagon there, and then come around the corner and meet me in the main building."
What? Do we see signs of like living people?
Not immediately. Not directly here in the streets. It looks like there's life, as in like there's signs that people were here and very recently. And I'm not just talking about days. I mean, it looks like maybe a couple hours ago. But it's dusk and it's almost nighttime now. And people are clear off. If there were people here, they are clear off the streets. And a lot of the buildings that you see around are dark. There's no lights. So you guys go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
you...
jump off the cart and go where he directed.
Alright.
I'm gonna pull the cart where he was telling me to put it.
There's a stable there that you can stable the horses, and a place that you can just pull the cart over and ditch it for the time being. Around the corner, from where he told you to stow the horses in the wagon, is a large, almost looks like a capitol building. Like it just looks like an ornate building in the center of town. And Hewless is standing by the door waiting for you guys. And as he sees you guys approach, he goes, "Good, come on. Come on, it doesn't do anyone good to stay out here at night." And he urges you guys to step inside.
I'll step in.
Yeah, I step in.
Guess we'll go in.
Alright. And you guys step into this large kind of meeting hall. And inside you see people all over the place. In fact, a lot of people kind of huddled in at every corner. There's people hanging around by small lanterns and stuff like that. People eating rations. And I'm talking about like men, women, children, human and dwarf, kind of filling this place up. And Hewless looks at you guys and goes, "Come on, come over this way." And he ushers you guys into another room off to the side. And when you step into that room, there's a whole lot, there's a couple more people kind of huddled down in the corners of the room. There's some people like sleeping in makeshift like sleeping bags and cots and stuff. And Hewless keeps heading down the hallway until he comes to like the very end of the hallway, and he opens the door and he goes, "Come on, guys, step right in."
Where are you taking us?
"I'm taking you to meet everyone else that's running the defense of this town."
Who's in charge here?
And then he turns and points into the room to this fiery-haired dwarf that's standing at the center of this large table with several other dwarves around him, couple other human people, and they're all looking down at what looks like maps and or charts and stuff like that, and they're just shaking their heads. And Hewlett turns to me and goes, Steger Blackstone, the leader of Guild Mine, and one of the heads of the mining guild.
I want to look at the map. Does it look familiar?
It's a map of... I mean, the map on the table they're looking at?
Yeah.
Well, as you approach the table, Steger looks up and goes, Oi! Hewlett! Who are these people? And Hewlett replies, Their help. They finally came in from Merchant's Rest. What? Well, what the heck? Now what the ball blazes it took you so long to get here? It's only 2 days' ride.
We only got the contract yesterday.
Contract? What?
We only got the contract yesterday.
What
None of your
happened to...
runners made it.
Oh. Oh no.
Trey was worried that the people that he sent last week didn't come back. So he sent us to see if we could find out what happened.
Oh no. By the gods. And Steger's just kind of dumbfounded because he can't believe that all the people he sent to send word never got there. Nor did the people that escaped town never got there. That's... yeah, he's horrified right now. And another dwarf kind of pats him in the back and he goes, Nah, no time to think about that now. So you're here to help. Look, things are really bad. A week ago, a little over that, we found something in the mines. We didn't know what it was. We just thought it was another tunnel, another way to get more ore out of the mountain. Well, there was something down there. Something really old. And, something terrible came out of it. This mess came out of that hole. All these friggin' zombies and skeletons and nightmares just flooded out. We did the best we can, and when we sent word to the guild, they sent people right fast. And he looks over at Hewlett and he goes, These boys, girls, they came in and, well, only young Hewlett here came out of those tunnels before the rest of the nightmares flooded the town, and then we had to evacuate, and all those people never got to Merchant's Rest. And Steger's almost gonna fall over because the enormity of what's happened is hitting him. The dwarf next to him goes, Pardon my cousin. He's a bit dramatic. I am not dramatic. You're very dramatic. Dead. I'm Kegger Blackstone. Nice to meet y'all. Look, good Hewlett was able to get this protective barrier up around the center of town, but, well, look at the man. He's exhausted. His magic can only hold up for a few more days before everything else collapses in on us. We're gonna need to take care of whatever this issue is soon. Otherwise, there might not be escape for anyone.
The barrier, it's...
And as you say that, Hewlett goes, It's an ancient relic. From my mother's side. I'm half elven, and yeah, it's she's not going to be really happy that I used it, but whatever. And I needed to use it to protect the town.
Sophia nods. Okay.
Have I ever heard of this sort of thing before?
You can roll history.
History or Arcana?
Yeah, one or the other.
They're the same.
We're gonna say that with that roll, you have heard of ancient elven relics, things that are much older than human civilization, since the elves have been around for a very, very long time. But exactly what this relic may be, you're not 100% certain. You just have heard tales of different elven relics that are impossibly old.
Cool.
So what did you unleash from the burial ground?
Steger goes, and then before he even answers, Hulis goes, it's a good chance they stumbled into, well, not a good chance because we were there. We got to the ruins. But there's something powerful in there. These ruins they're ancient. They might have been around since elven times. Before humanity even arrived here on the Isles. But there's something really vile in the middle of there, in those ruins, and my team, we got split up, and I made a run for it because someone needed to get out and warn everybody else of what was coming. I don't know what happened to them, but Denif, Ark, Bloodmund, they might still be in it. They might still be alive. Who knows?
Wait, you say warn of what's coming. What is coming?
This?
Is it just more zombies? Is it
This wave of undeath that's literally...
Is it a wraith? Is it... Oh.
This wave
Flame
of
and shadow?
No, I mean, we didn't see any flaming shadows, but like this wave of undeath that's just pouring out of there. This nightmare. I mean, it's...
So it's safe to say that the burial grounds was the final resting place of a great evil, and you guys opened it up.
And Steger goes, yeah, we may have accidentally opened it up. I mean, we weren't looking to open it up, it just happened to be there. And
What was it before you opened it up?
Kecker goes, a rock wall. Like, literally, it was just a rock wall. We blew open a rock wall looking for another ore, another vein, and we blew it open and we found a cave, and we explored the cave, and we found another cave, another entrance, and we kept exploring, and then we blew that open to keep looking for more ore, and there was this temple.
And did you open the temple?
The temple was kind of open once we blew the hole in the wall.
Hey.
How big is the first hole you blew open?
Yeah,
Is there any way to collapse it?
Yeah, can we seal it?
I mean, we could try to seal it.
Need to seal them all.
Yeah, I mean, the idea crossed our minds to seal it, but the second our team found the place, well, we followed protocol to try to get the arcane society down here, but by the time we were setting up to have the runners go out, well, zombies and skeletons and all sorts of things came out of the temple,
What
and
other
we were
sorts
fighting for our
of-
lives.
What other sort of things? What are we dealing with down there?
And Hewlett goes, ghouls.
Okay.
Really nasty ghouls.
But there's no lich, or there's no wraith.
Nothing nothing that we were able to find. But, I mean, look, in orders of magnitude, I saw zombies, I saw skeletons. The worst of them were the ghouls. Because the zombies are zombies, the skeletons are skeletons, but the ghouls, they're smart. They're not mindless like these other things that are just trying to destroy. These things are directed, they're controlled. There's a higher power inside that temple. And for some reason it hasn't left. It's still controlling things, manipulating things, and apparently it's got a lot of ammunition, because every night another wave of these things come flooding out, the zombies and the skeletons, and they come and they scour the town and destroy whatever they can. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point that they're trying to pound away at the shields. It's bad, guys. It's very bad. And my team, they might still be in there. Maybe they're alive, maybe they're not. I don't know. I really hope.
At this point, we just need to focus on closing that cave in.
At this point, I think we might have been better off going all the way back to town and, getting one of the temples to send some priests. I mean, sorry, Zankus, no offense, but I don't know if you're really enough for this. When
Yeah, no, I would definitely need help.
Ray, what do I need to roll to see what I know about ghouls? Me as Jen, I know quite a bit about ghouls.
Yeah.
Sophia, I don't know what she would know about ghouls.
You can either do history or arcana, because I think ghouls are powered by undead magic. In fact, let me look at my monster manual.
Ghouls are necromancy.
Yeah. Some form of necromancy. No, not the Kraken. We'll deal with that guy later.
Okay. What is that?
GH. Yes, that's actually a very good roll, so I will tell you what you know about ghouls in a second. Knolls. No, not gnolls. Fucking ghouls. Son of a bitch.
GH.
Yeah, I know. Oh no, I found giants. Alright, there they are, ghouls. What you do know about ghouls, with that roll, Sophia is aware of ghouls are created by dark magic, very dark magic. These are being infused by necromantic magic, but it's not just like they're reanimated corpses. They are beings who were willingly transformed into these undead monstrosities.
Okay.
They are fast, feral, mostly feral, but some of them are highly intelligent. Those are the ones that are to be the most feared. The ones that still kind of retain their previous intellect, so to speak.
So gassed.
Yes.
Does she know their feeding habits? Like, I can tell you off the top of my head, ghouls will eat dead flesh when it's available. If they can't find anything that's dead to eat, they will eat living creatures. They don't eat because they're hungry, they eat because they can.
Yeah, Sophia would know that such creatures feed like that.
Okay. Um, Sophia looks sadly at what was the red-haired dwarf's name?
The red-haired dwarf is Steger. Uh, he's much older, but he's got reddish hair. He might have little streaks of, like, you might see a little graying around his temples. He's older than his cousin Kegger, who has like dark black hair. His hair's shorter and his beard's a little bit shorter, but like there's a strong family resemblance in the face. They both have these bulbous noses.
No. You said there's ghouls, correct?
Hewlett goes, "Yep, definitely ghouls."
Any living being down there is no longer alive. A ghoul will eat anything that is dead first, which surprises me that the zombie's still around. But they'll eat dead flesh, and then if they can't find any flesh, they'll eat anything that's living. They'll kill it and then eat it. And they don't eat because they're hungry. They just eat. They eat because they can.
Hewlett, if there was a shade of white for the color he turned into when he tells them that, they should name it, but there's no real way to describe how pale he becomes when you tell him that. And he kind of stumbles backwards and catches himself on the wall and goes, "Damn it. Is definitely sure that they're not still kicking in there?"
At this point, I take my cloak off and fold it neatly and walk over towards where the map is. And I look up at him and I go, the chances are very slim unless they can enact a barrier similar to the one that you have. I would say that they probably are not alive, unfortunately.
All right, Little Miss Sunshine. So let's get moving on how to fix this, huh? Oh.
I'm assuming that this is a map of the mines.
The map you see initially in front of you is the map you have on screen, which is the map of the town.
Okay.
Very much like the way you see it right now that I am attempting to mark off. And for some reason, some of these spots aren't marking off the way I want them to, but whatever.
I'm gonna turn to Steger Ceremony. I'm really bad with names unless you type it out.
Alright, hold on. So, Steger Blackstone is leader of Guildsmine and one of the... I'm writing stuff out for you, so... Alright.
Okay, I'm going to...
Kegger Blackstone is his cousin. There you go.
Alright,
Steger's red-haired, Kegger's dark-haired.
I'm going to turn to Steger. I'm going to go Master Blackstone. Do you have maps of the mine where you can show us where the walls you tore down were?
I can definitely pull that up for you. And he will definitely do that. And I will have to stop. Oh, wait, I can't do that because that's the mine map. So hold on a second. I will bring you back to Guildsmine for a second. He pulls out a map, which I will have prepared for you guys, I guess, next time we do this, because I didn't get that ready, because I didn't think it would actually get here. So he actually pulls out a map that was underneath the town map, and he pulls it out. And it's actually like a well-organized, hand-drawn map that looks like a series of, like, tunnels and chambers, and it looks more like a labyrinth than anything else. And he goes, this were the mines up until about a week ago. And then he points at an area with an X and goes, This is where we blasted in. And then he grabs a what looks like a piece of like trace paper out of a pouch, opens it up, and he goes, overlays it, and then he goes, and then here's the part of the mines that we started exploring. And there's on the trace paper when he overlaid it, where he marked right where the area is marked off the next is another series of rectangles and a couple squares indicating where they dug into. And then it trails off, and he goes, right here, pointing where it trails off, is when they blasted into the temple.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Did they blast just into the side of the temple, not knowing it was a temple? Or did they purposely blast down the doors of the temple?
They blasted into a cave, and inside the cave is the structure.
Okay. Now I want to look at the way that the map is laid out. Do I recognize, like, does the layout look like anything arcane, like, or does Zinkus recognize anything as, like, an undead warding circle or something like that?
On the map that you're provided, it's... Let me see if I can pull up something super quick for you guys.
Honestly, I'm kind of worried about the undead that might be at the barrier.
Yeah, what about
Zank, to run any of those guys off like you did before?
I could, but I don't know. I mean, they just run away for a minute, and then we still have to deal with them.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we were lucky we just got out of the way in enough time, but it's a little different this time.
Yeah. Just trying to find. Let me find something that looks similar to what their map kind of looks like.
Right, it's after 10.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you want to just do this next time we meet? Are we going to meet again next week, or?
Yeah. We're meeting. Oh, wait a minute. When is next
Are we gonna
week?
do Earth?
First. What's today? The first, second, third. It's the 8th. Yeah, I think we. Yeah, we can meet next week. I have a work trip on the 9th. So, but yeah, we can meet next week.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll have the thing drawn out for you. I honestly didn't expect us to get to this point, so I didn't have that ready. And I'm like, oh wow, okay, we're moving ahead of schedule for once. It's great. Yeah, I will have that drawn out for you, so you can see what I was envisioning in my head. Or an easy way to remember it is the map from Super Metroid.
I have no clue.
Okay.
Kind of
Okay.
like long vertical shafts, like long thin rectangles, and large squares, small squares. Like they drew their mind map like that.
It's
Okay.
Dick Dog.
But I will, yeah, kind of Dig Duggish. I will draw something up for you guys, so I can put it up on screen and then kind of describe what you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And that's it for tonight. I hope you guys had fun with my attempt at a chase.
Yeah.
To admit, that surprised the jeez out of me.
Yeah.
He actually got out of the cart to try and help Sophia.
Yeah.
Right? He actually stabbed something.
Yeah.
It's not the first time he stabbed something.
It's the first time he didn't run away from combat. If he had the option.
All right. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Okay. Have a good one.
Take care.